talking about the 4-step turning method that we use out here. This is the content that I teach whenever I'm training. Step number 1 is the approach, right? Whenever we're approaching a turn, we're slowing the vehicle down, signaling our attention, and starting to scan the intersection to see get a feel for what's going on. The second step is to position the vehicle appropriately for the turn. We're also going to be looking for signs that have any truck restrictions, weight restrictions, height restrictions, things like that. What else for the second step? That's about it. And then for the third step, we are using all the space available to us. This is the actual turn. So we're not shifting during the turn. And we're going to keep an eye on our trailer tandems and our bulkhead, making sure we're not going to hit anything in that turn. And the final step is just the finish, in which we're going to wait until we're completely through the turn before we cancel our signal. Then we're going to smoothly accelerate, checking our mirrors, seeing if anybody's coming up on us quickly. That, in a nutshell, is the 4-step turning method. Also, when you're making a turn, you always want to be in the outside turning lane, right? I like to call it being the big spoon on a turn, because a lot of the times if you're on the inside lane and say there's another truck or another vehicle that pulls up on you, and these are the double turning lanes I'm speaking of. I'll show you an example right here. But yeah, a lot of times when you're on the inside and you go to make that turn, you got a big blind side right here. You can't see what's going on, and you got things to clear here. There'll be like poles or guardrails or something like that. So I always like to be the big spoon in that turn situation. Alright, I'd like to offer some tips for guys that get lost out here in their big CMVs, commercial motor vehicles. The first thing you do if you were to miss an exit or if you were to get lost is find a safe place to park your vehicle, right? You're going to be looking for places like big open parking lots, anything that kind of receives trucks, any grocery stores, things like that have docks to receive trucks. Those are good options just to pull off the road, to get your bearings, and to start to create a trip plan to get unlost, back on track. So when you're lost and you're looking for a safe place to park, try to find any landmarks. We're looking for like state routes, interstates, intersections, things like that. And there will be times where you're going to be out of cell phone service and you're not going to have any GPS. So you really got to rely on your atlas skills, knowing how to use an atlas and using that to get back on route. As far as inspections go, there's pre-trip inspections, en-route inspections, and post-trip inspections. Also, I like to do a quick walk around the truck every time I make a stop. If I'm stopping for fuel, I'm going to get out, check the tires, lights, make sure there was no damage, when I was driving. En-route inspections, I like to do them within 3 hours or 150 miles. That way, if we're running with a flat tire, sometimes you can't tell, and I've seen drivers going down the road completely unaware that they've had a flat tire. This is why we do en-route inspections. Just anytime you stop, just really get out and inspect your equipment. Post-trip inspections are really important too, especially if you want to save yourself some heartache and some money, because if you could catch a problem on your 10-hour break, then you don't gotta miss out a day on work. You wake up the next morning and you didn't do a post-trip inspection, and you get out and find you had a flat tire. That problem could have been solved the day before. So if you want to keep rolling, do those post-trip inspections, making sure your equipment looks good in the evening. And that is the inspections that I do. Alright, here's a quick little video about lane changes. Alright, so we try to really avoid any unnecessary lane changes. It adds additional risk. It's a risky move. There's blind spots with these big 18-wheelers, and cars like to ride in them for some reason. But during the lane changes, we do something called a lean and look, where we're actually getting up, looking, and extending our field of view, reducing that blind spot to make sure that there's nobody back there that we're going to cause an accident or run them over or anything like that. Reasons why we might make a lane change is for any hazardous vehicles on the sides of the road, people getting maintenance done, repair flat tires, things like that, emergency vehicles, tow truck, police officers. Another reason we might make a lane change is for our exit. A lot of time we got to catch our exits, so we'll be changing lanes to do that. Make sure that we are giving plenty of notice. We're communicating with our equipment, right? We're having our blinker on there, and sometimes, you know, you might give a little bit of body language with your vehicle, letting people know, hey, I'm gonna be changing lanes. What else? I think that's about it for lane changes. So, all right, there you have it. There's some tips and advice. Hopefully that helps out any new drivers out there. Thanks, and take care.